All right, we'll continue in the course information section of Blackboard. We're going to look at the weekly schedule overview. So the weekly schedule is available here. Please print a copy or visit it regularly for deadlines, that type of thing. Let's open it up and then we'll talk about it. So it is here. As you see, each week is ending on the Friday. So each of your assignments, because it's an online course, will be due Friday at noon. All right, as it says here, so there's no question. These dates are the Fridays of the term. So as it's broken down, we cover a number of different topics, and your textbook readings are also listed here. So these are the chapters that you're responsible for any given week. Please read them over. If you're unable to take the time to do that at some point, do at least at a minimum look at the PowerPoint slides that are available under the course documents, which you will be looking at shortly. All right, so here is the layout of the course. First week, introduce yourself, have a look around, read chapter 1. Second week, we're going to get the research skills quiz out of the way. If you did Communication Essentials, you'll have done something similar to this already last semester. This is the next level. This kicks it up a notch and prepares you well for the work environment course. So that is your first 5% of the class. Week 3, everyone who's coming in, add drop is over. Everybody will be here and we'll get going on the real assignments. As you see, there's a variety. There's a memo, there's a discussion board, a short report, and then in week 6, we get to your test. And as you see, the mark ratings increase as we go along. So your first of your 2 tests takes place in week 6, open book. If you do not buy the textbook, you will need to plan time in the library during open hours to take the test using one of the reserve copies of the book. After that test is complete, we move on towards reading week when you get the first assignment of the employment-related communication, which is your skill statements. They are a great tool for preparing to write your resume and preparing to do a cover letter as you need to. It also prepares you for the assignment that comes after reading week, which is the perfect interview, which is a digital interview tool, and you will be recording yourself. So if you need access to a computer with a good camera, you'll need to be borrowing that from Media Services in E building. The office is in 009 in the basement, so be aware that that will be necessary in week 8 if you don't have access to that already. As you see, the next week is the chapter 11, 12, and 14 test. How I have it broken down, you have the test on chapters 15, 16, then you use those chapters for your assignments. Then you have the test on chapters 11, 12, and 14, and then you proceed to use those chapters for the last section of the course. You do have a report due at the end of the course. It is a cumulative showing of your abilities that you've learned throughout the semester, and that report then it gets turned into a narrated online presentation. And as we see, the grades have continued to go up with things worth 10%, and these 2 last ones are worth 15%. As we've considered through the term, the assignments are due on the Friday. That the one exception for that is the recommendation presentation, which you should have due on April 12th, but I will give you an extension and the extra weekend to work on it so that it is due on the Monday, April 15th at noon of week 14. So that is the layout of the course. Just as a reminder, I know I said it already in the other screencast, but here it is. Extensions are not granted in this course without documentation of bereavement or medical documentation from via a doctor's note. So late assignments will receive a mark of 0. As soon as you know you have an issue, be it bereavement or sickness, something along those lines that are serious enough to rank granting an extension, please let me know as quickly as possible. That will allow me time to prepare, how the extension will work and what can be facilitated to make your life go more smoothly if you're having issues. As I said before, please contact me via email. Definitely the easiest way and quickest way to get a response from me using your student email account. As I recounted earlier, do not use your private email. I'm not using mine. Don't use yours. If you do, I will respond to you asking you to use your student email. I won't be answering your question at that point. First and last name would be appreciated. As I said, I've got quite a few students this semester, and online courses especially tend to generate a lot of email. So the last point here, ongoing review of mechanics of writing, including grammar and spelling. As we go through the assignments, I will be correcting, pointing out errors in your writing, should there be any, and what the corrections for those are, or I'll be sending you to online links for you to get some practice on how to avoid them. As the assignments continue, if I continue to see those errors, they will start to cost you marks. So be aware that that is a function of this communications course as well, that accuracy and professionalism are very important. All right, so that is the outline as we see it. What comes next? We go back to Blackboard, and as you see, the official Georgian course outline is here. This is the official outline. If you ever leave the hallowed halls of Georgian and another school or one of your employers wants to see what courses you took, these are the documents you will need. It's pretty much a redo of what is available in the syllabus, but this is the legal version of the document. I strongly suggest that you print this off, save it to your hard drive for each of your courses. Okay, if you're not, you need to receive a copy of this. This one's really long. You need to receive a copy of this from your professors for each of your courses, so be aware of that and make sure you get those. You can also access it right here. The last thing I have under course information is this online quiz. I would like you to take this and remember these tips that they provide. Since this is an online course, I will not be checking up on you. You will be sent emails. If you fall far behind, I may refer you to a student advisor who will email you. But on the whole, because this is online, it is up to you to be aware of dates, deadlines, and to keep up appropriately to earn the marks that you expect to get. So just take this quiz, read this over. I look forward to your participation, but if once you complete that, you realize that online learning might not be the best thing for you, you are able to exit the course up to the add drop deadline, which is coming up soon, seeing as you're supposed to be looking at this in week 1 or week 2 at the latest. So just be aware of that. From here, please go over into the course documents section where you will see another overview for you to look at. So see you there.